Hello everybody. So I just wanted to come and do a quick video and just thank everybody so much for all of their well wishes, all of their congratulations, all of the nice things that everybody has been sharing with me because recently, well yesterday, in Paparazzi Accessories, I just hit the level of elite. And I am so grateful. Me and my team, we did it. We pulled together. I'm the team lead of a team called Love Sparkle Glow. And we did it. It was only about, we only have a team of about 200 people or so. And within this last year and a half, I've been able to achieve my goals. Hello, everybody. Thank you guys for jumping in here. Yesterday was so overwhelming for me. I got so many calls and messages and emails and texts and all kind of stuff. People posting about it. And it was just really an overwhelming feeling. And I've been like crying. I was crying all day yesterday. And even today, I'm like, I guess you guys can probably see, like, I'm trying to hold back tears and stuff because this moment just means so much to me because if you know anything about my journey, you know it started right here, on Facebook as far as the public could see. But before I started in this business, there was a time where I originally joined paparazzi and I didn't believe in myself. I didn't believe that I was capable of doing anything in this business because I had kind of counted myself out. I had thought that I wasn't going to do good. I was like, maybe I just am not fit for this. Maybe I don't have what it takes, and I think that a lot of us can relate to that in some kind of way where we kind of think of an obstacle or a challenge as being too big and we kind of like walk away from it, and God is not able to really let us see how amazing it could be because we bail on it too soon. And I know that I was in that space. I was in that space when I first joined this business because I had never done anything like this before. I had never sold anything. I had never like had to talk to people. I had never like had to take leaps of faith before. But God brought me here, and He brought me here for a reason, and I'm so grateful for that. And so a little bit about my journey. I started the business, and again, I kind of counted myself out. But I like to travel, okay? Traveling is like my thing. And so paparazzi at that time was they were having the paparazzi passport vacation in Dominican Republic. So I just said, okay, I'll go on this trip. After I come back from the trip, I had already made up in my mind that I was going to quit paparazzi. I was like, I'm just going to go to the trip and just have some fun. I was like, maybe if I can just go there and connect with some people. I prayed about it. I'm like, God, if this is for me, let me go there and meet people. Like, I need you to show me. I need you to show me in a big way that this is something that's for me that I need to do. And so I went on this trip. And again, I was just prayerful the whole time because I was like, if it's up to me, I'm just probably not going to do it, But God, are you going to have to just show me? So I go on this trip. And I get there, and God just like orchestrates all these people that just cross my path. And I was just kind of on a mission. And I said, anybody, whether you are a person who just joined or the person who's been in this business for 5 years, whatever, and you've done great things, I want to talk to you. I want to meet you. I want to ask you a million questions. And it's funny because anybody who was on that trip, because some of them are down here now, like Trinette, she was there. They could tell you I was like the pesky little sister who asked 5 million questions. I asked them so many questions. I was just like, how do I do this? And how do I do that? And what do I do when this happens? Because I didn't know anything. I didn't know anything about any of this. And I just was asking them 1,000 questions. And I know it probably got on their nerves because they're there like trying to have a vacation and trying to like just chill out. And I was there just asking them so many questions. And I just was not going to stop until I figured out everything I needed to know to get back home to like really hit the ground running. I asked them like, what does it mean? Like, what does it mean when this happens? Or what do I have to do with this? And a lot of what they said to me, and people have been messaging me, asking me, how'd you do elite? How did you? And I'm like, it's just a matter of like being consistent. It's really just a matter of like Brianna. Thank you, Brianna. She's on here too. She was one of the ones, like, I'm telling you, like, God just orchestrated and like brought so many like amazing women in my path who they were just like so patient with me. They were so kind to me. They were like, they just loved on me, and they just kind of some of them just like took me under their wing, and they were like, I want you to win. And I had never really experienced that in my life before. I had never really experienced women who were like so genuine and like so loving, and like they really were bosses in their business. I'm asking them, I'm like, well, how much do you make in the business? Like how? And they were like, oh, I make $10,000 a month. I make $15,000. I make $20,000. I'm like, wait a minute now. I make $30,000 a month. I do this. I was just like in awe of them. I mean, I just couldn't believe like these beautiful women were making money like this, you know. And but they were like, you know what? When we get back home, I'm going to take you under my wing. I'm gonna help you. I'm gonna, you know. And I just couldn't believe it. I literally like I couldn't believe that this was happening to me. And I knew that that was nothing but God saying, you got this. You got to stick in it and you got to go with it. And so that same trip, I'm there and I saw Misty Kirby. She's one of the founders of Paparazzi. And I had never met her before or anything. And I just took a leap of faith. I'm like, let me just go talk to her and just say hi or whatever and just introduce myself. So I walk up to Misty. I'm like, hi, my name is Mel. This was my spiel the whole time. I'm like, hi, I'm Mel. You know, I'm new to Paparazzi. I don't know anything about this, you know. And we just started talking. And we sat there and talked that day on the beach for like maybe 2 or 3 hours, just talking and chatting. And she was asking me questions. I kind of felt like I was on a job interview, okay? Like, because she looked at me and she was like, she would go, so, what do you think you bring to a team? So, what do you think you could bring to a business? I mean, she was just like asking me these questions and I was like, I don't know. I mean, you know, but I just tried to be as genuine as possible trying to answer the questions she asked me. But Misty has this way of like, she is like one of the most brilliant people you ever meet. She's like she's petite, you know, she's a petite stature, but she is a powerhouse, okay? Like, don't let her stature fool you at all, okay? She's like amazing. And so she just kept asking me these questions. I didn't know like where this is going. But I think she was just like digging to see like what brought me there, like why I would come all the way across the country, you know, like on this trip, you know, and not know anybody. I didn't know anything about anything. And she was like, I can be talking to anybody right now, but I want to talk to you because I believe in you. And that meant something to me. I mean, it means way more to me now because I did hit elite within like a year and a half after, but like at that time, it just meant something to me that she saw something in me, that she believed in me that much, that she said like, you know, I believe in you and you could do this. So she's like, what are you doing tonight? I said, I don't know. You know, she's like, I want to invite you to this dinner. You know, I'm having a private dinner on the beach. I'd love for you to come. And y'all, that dinner is really what changed my life because Misty brought me there. When I tell you I didn't have a team, I wasn't elite, I wasn't any of that. I was just a regular person. I only had one person who had joined with me at that time, which was my mom. Shout out to my mom. She has held me down from the beginning. My dad was like one of my first investors in my business too. But my mom was there with me or whatever. But it was just like, Missy was just like, I believe in you. I believe you can do this. And she was like, I want to, you know, I want you to know that I believe that you can do this. And again, y'all, there are people in our path who believe in us just that much. There are people who can see something in us that we can't see. And Misty, to me, reflects what God sees in us every day. Like, God sees greatness in us. God sees that we can be millionaires. God sees that we can, like, write that book that we say we want to write. God sees that we are everything that we want to be, but we sometimes don't see it. And I think that sometimes we can prevent ourselves from walking into blessings. I know when Misty invited me to that dinner, I didn't feel like I belonged there. I didn't feel like I deserved to be there. I wasn't what she saw. Like what she saw, it's getting me choked up, y'all. What she saw in me, I didn't see it at the time. I didn't see myself as an elite. I saw myself as just somebody who didn't understand the business, somebody who, you know, desired to know, but just didn't have all the tools that I thought it was going to take to make it happen. But she saw that in me. She saw this day, like where I am right now. She saw that in me then. And I'm just grateful. I'm grateful that she saw that, you know, and like she invited me to this dinner and I'm sitting there with other like elites in the company. And again, like, I didn't think I belonged there. I didn't think I deserved to be there. And, but she just told me, she was like, you deserve to be here just like anybody else. You know, like, I see your heart and I see that you're passionate about this. And she's like, I know you're going to be elite one day. Like, I know it. And so the fact that I've been able to do it, and God has like really had his hand of favor on my team. And I guess I'm just really like filled with joy right now because God sees. And so this message is for somebody, even if you're watching this and about paparazzi or whatever, but God sees what you're capable of doing. God sees how amazing you are. God sees how blessed and favored you are, but you have to walk in it. You have to be willing to trust what God sees and give it your best. And so right now, if you are not giving your best to something that God has brought you to, my encouragement is to just go after that thing with everything you've got. I say it all the time, but it's just like, go after that thing. Whatever it is, give it 110%, because you'll never know how amazing you could be at anything unless you give it everything. You know, and so even like my mom, she would say, I always knew you could do this because of XYZ. You know, sometimes people can see more in you than you can see in yourself, you know, and that's why I try to do that for my team too. I'm like, you guys are amazing. You guys can do impeccable. You could do anything, but you have to, I can't work your business for you. You have to get out here and you have to work your business for yourself. And so with me hitting elite, it's just a combination of God's favor, his timing, you know, me taking a leap of faith, because y'all, when I tell you I had never gone live before, I had never done any of this before. Like, so don't look at me in this business and say, oh, she's that successful because she did this, you know, oh, she's that successful because she had connections there. I did not. I didn't have any connections. I didn't know I didn't really, let me tell y'all this. A lot of my friends and family did not support me in my business. To this day, most of the people who have supported me in this business, I don't know them. You know, they're like people who just love jewelry. I've had friends and family who just flat out told me, no, they wouldn't support me. They don't want to be a part of it. You know, I've had people to like talk bad about me or to like look down on me or be, you know, negative about things. You know, I've had it all happen. So don't look at me and just think that like I just have all the pieces of the puzzle. I don't. I never did any of this before. But I'm an example of somebody who doesn't have it together. But what I do have is God. I put God at the forefront of everything I do. The second thing I have is passion. I'm passionate about being able to leave a legacy for my family and my kids. I don't want to live paycheck to paycheck. I don't want to not be able to like travel the world and do all the things I want to do. I want to be able to go into a store and just pick up something and buy it because I want it, not because I have to look at the price tag for it. I want to be able to live that kind of life. I want to be able to just see the world. I want to be able to, and that's the thing, if I've ever reached out to share this business opportunity with you, or if anybody else has shared this opportunity with you, the thing is, they're not saying it because they just want to hit a quota. They're saying it because their life has been changed. Like, I'm sharing this business because my life is forever changed by this. This thing has changed my life. Do you guys know that at the level that I'm at right now, at the elite level, you know, I'm an executive producer now. Me and my team, we have pushed and we did this. Again, shout out to Team Love Sparkle Glow. I love you guys so much. But at this level that I am right now in this business, okay, the average commission at my level is between $5,000 to $7,000. That's just in commissions alone. But on our compensation plan, somebody at my level made $19,000 in 1 month at my level. What would $19,000 do for you and your family? $19,000 in a month? Like, what would that do for my family to be able to do that? So if it meant I had to take a leap of faith, I was willing to take that leap of faith. If it means that I don't have all the pieces of the puzzle, it means I could figure it out. I'm not working at NASA trying to build a rocket. I'm selling jewelry. It's not that complicated. In this recession, let me tell y'all why elite means so much to me. Elite at this moment, sorry, somebody's calling me. Elite at this moment means so much to me because, like, do y'all realize we are in the middle of a pandemic? Do y'all realize that people are sick and people are losing jobs and people are doing all of this? Not only that, our team was able to rank in the middle of a pandemic. Do y'all see what I'm saying? Like, the paparazzi works. Somebody asked me, well, are you still making money in the midst of all of this? Y'all, and just my sales in 3 shows, I just made $1,900. And that's not to brag or to boast to anybody. This is just to say this business works. And me making $1,900 in 3 shows, somebody else can make $5 in 3 shows. And somebody else can make $1,500 in 3 shows. But that's the beauty of paparazzi. It's what you put into it. If you're going to come into this business and not really sell much, you're not going to really make like, you have the flexibility and the power to do whatever you want in this business. You can do as little or as much as you want. I could very well still be a director in this company a year and a half later. I could very well have never even recruited anybody or signed anybody to my team at this point after a year and a half. Or right now, I have on my front line of that I personally sponsor, I have 47 people. Overall, we have 200 people. There are some people who a year and a half have 1,000 people. Again, it's just all a matter of what you're going to be willing to put into your business every day. How bad do you want it? And that's something that Summer Bates said at our Empower Me Pink. She's like, how bad do you want it? Hi, Michelle Egan. Girl, I love you. Michelle Egan, she shared with me some of her commission checks. Y'all, How can you possibly make, mind blown, how can you possibly make Michelle's here. She's a real person. I hugged on and I touched her and I asked her to see a screenshot, y'all. I said, listen, I got to see this for myself. How can you make $100,000 in a month? Plus, that's even on the lower end of what this beautiful woman made in a month in paparazzi, y'all. This business works. But you know what? One thing that Michelle Egan told me that really comforted me is that she said, people didn't believe that this thing worked for even her. She's making $100,000 in a month, y'all. She's like at the top of our company. She's making $100,000 in a month, and she said people still ask her, oh, you still sell that $5 jewelry? You know, people still kind of like shading her a little bit, like, oh, you still doing that little business? That blessed me, because people do that to me too, you know. But yeah, thank you, Michelle, for that. Thank you, everybody who, let me just say this real quick. Thank you to everybody who has ever poured into me, who's ever believed in me. Like Bree, she just jumped on. Thank you, Bree. Thank you guys so much. Anybody who has ever shared advice with me, anybody, I ask a million questions. If I meet you and I think you can help me in any kind of way, I'm gonna ask you 53 questions. So I know I ask a million questions, but thank you to everybody who has ever sat and been patient with me and answered questions. Anybody who has loved on me and supported me in any kind of way. Anybody who didn't look at my status as just being a one. Like, that's why I say with Misty, y'all, the fact that she knew that I didn't have all the pieces and she still saw this day tells me that I now have to pay it forward to somebody else. So if you are new to this business, or if you're running this business and you don't believe that you can do it, I'm here to tell you that you can do it. Run after this thing with everything that you got. If you've been considering joining paparazzi, join paparazzi. If you want to join with me, I would love to have you as a part of our amazing team. But if somebody else has asked you to join with them, go join paparazzi, y'all. This business is a game changer. It will change your life. It has changed my life. I am forever and a day blessed by this thing. I'm so honored that God chose me to be a part of this. Like, God chose me to be a part of this business. And I am humble. I'm honored. I'm grateful to see Elite. I'm grateful to see this day. I thank my parents, my in-laws, my friends, anybody who has helped and supported me in any kind of way. Every deposit, every prayer, every piece of jewelry you may have purchased, every person on my team that ran in their business with everything they had, everybody on my team who ranked and who got in Life of the Party and Diamond Club and who ran for their dreams and their goals, and they pushed fear aside and they took leaps of faith. I am thanking you in this video. Thank you, thank you, thank you for being a part of my journey, because we all need each other. There is no way that I would be able to get to where I am right now by myself, and there is no way that anybody else out there would be able to get to where they are by themselves too. We all need each other. We all need, and this is one thing I'll say too before I go. Speak life into your friends' dreams. Speak life into your family's dreams. There were some people who literally would not support me at the beginning, and they almost let me feel so low on myself that I almost didn't believe that I could do it. These were people who were my friends. I would say, hey, can I host a party with you? And they would say, oh no, I don't like anybody. I don't know anybody that likes that kind of jewelry. Or I don't know, just whatever it is. Speak life into your friends. Speak life into your family. Speak life into yourself. Speak life into it, because we need more people out there who are going to be willing to just speak life and love and goodness in this world. We got enough negativity going on in this world. We have enough negativity that we don't need anything else negative. I don't need not an ounce more negative in my life. But what I do need is love. I need support. I need people that's going to have my back no matter what. So speak life into your friends and family, because again, at the beginning of my journey, there were people who spoke so negatively to me that I almost walked away from this. I literally remember crying, thinking to myself, like, man, you know, like my friends, they don't want to support me. They don't want to be there for me. Maybe this isn't for me. But I needed those people, like my mom, like Misty, like my, you know, people on the DR trip, whether they were elite or not. I needed those people at that time to speak life and love into me and be like, girl, you got this. You are a rock star, and I believe in you, and you got to put some effort into it, but you could figure this thing out. And so for everybody, I see, and some of the people who are on here right now, and I prayed before I did this, and I said, God, please send the right people to this live. I want everybody that has been good to me in any kind of way to be here for this moment with me, to just celebrate this elite moment. But I'm just so grateful and humble for this moment. So again, thank you to everybody who loved on me, who spoke life into me. And you know what? Even those people who spoke negatively against me, even those people who maybe like looked down on me or told me they wouldn't support me, I thank you too. You know why I thank you? Because without that push, without that negativity, because sometimes your haters can be your best motivators. I'm telling you, something clicked inside of me that was like, you know what? They hating on me. They don't want to see me win. I'm gonna prove to them that I could do this. And and that's why I always say, like, pride is a real thing. And I gotta keep it in check, because I'm telling you, it's just something that burns inside of you when somebody doesn't think that you're capable of doing something. And God, if you read the Bible, God always uses unlikely people to do things. And so I'm telling you, if you doing anything, you better be great at it. You know why? Because somebody right now is watching you, waiting for you to fail. Somebody right now is watching you, and they don't expect you to do anything great in your life. They don't expect you to write that book. They don't expect you to join that business and be successful. They don't expect you to do anything amazing. What I'm telling you right now is prove them wrong. Whatever by any means necessary, you prove them wrong, because life is too short. And at the end of my day and the end of my life, I don't ever want anybody to ever come back to this point in my life to say I didn't kill it in paparazzi, that I didn't come and I didn't crush my goals. I want them to be able to say, you know what, dang, that girl joined that business and she is doing amazing. I want that to always be what people say about me when it comes to my journey. When it's all said and done, at the end of my life, when I lay my head in that casket or that urn or whatever happens to me after I go out of here, I want more than anything. I want for people to say I did things in excellence. I want people to say that I did things in love. I want people to say that I pushed them to be great, that I was the one who helped them to step their game up. And my team knows we don't do mediocre on my team. We don't do that. We do excellence. And I tell them that. I said, Tracy said my favorite Gemini. I just saw that. That made me laugh, Tracy. But listen, we do things in excellence. We don't have time for mediocre. Life is too short to do anything mediocre. You better go after everything you want with everything that you got. Prove them wrong. Exactly. Prove them wrong. Prove yourself wrong. Because sometimes you could be your worst enemy. Sometimes you don't even need people to hate on you. Sometimes you hate on yourself so much and you don't even believe that you're capable of doing good things in life. Sometimes you got to prove yourself wrong and say, no, I'm going to do this. One thing I love about paparazzi is that the owners of this business, especially Missy and Trent Kirby, I've been able to have, a couple of different times, like one-on-ones with them. Missy invited me to that original dinner last year in DR. And then when we went on the cruise this past January, she invited us to a dinner again. She was like, I can invite a couple of people. She wanted to have that time with me. I wanted to have that time with her. Y'all listen, I love me some Misty Kirby, okay? I can't get enough of her. She's amazing. But listen, I was on that cruise, and the thing is, every time I'm around them, God comes up in the conversation somewhere. Whether it be Trent, Misty, somebody. These are owners of this company who love God. They love God. I love God. Oh, you don't love God? What's wrong with you? Okay, I had to put that in there. That was funny. But listen, these are people who love God. I love God. I want to be a part of a company with people who love God the way I love God. They are standing on. Do you know that this business is debt free? This business is like, we do things to like help change the world. We do things to like be loving it. Like the thing is, it's a jewelry company, yes, but I use this business as a platform to love on people, to help them feel beautiful from the inside out. That's what I use this business for. And that's what Trent and Misty are doing, and Shani and Ryan. They are all amazing people. And so I'm just thinking, if you are somebody who wants this business and you want to do this, know that if you love God too, you're going to be a part of a company of people who love God as well. Just like me, I love God with everything that I am. There is not an ounce of me that does not love God. So for me, that's comforting for me to know that, and even like with my mom, one thing, because I am not a salesperson. My mom used to do sales my whole life. And when I tell y'all I hated everything about it, hated it. But my mom, she did sales. But my mom, I think with her sales, it wasn't just her doing sales. My mom loves people to her core. She just loves being around people and stuff like that. And so with me now, with doing paparazzi, I see that I can love on people through this. My dad is the same way. My parents both, they just love people. They just love loving people. And that's something that I'm proud of that I took from them. So they love people. I love people too. So yeah. So again, thank you to everybody. I want to thank my husband for holding me down, for supporting me in this business too, because a lot of what I do, I need his support with like helping with the kids or like pushing me or things like that. So I appreciate him. I appreciate my kids, because your family has to sacrifice to some extent for you to be great sometimes, so I appreciate my family so much and all their sacrifices and times where I might have missed bedtime because I had to go live, or for them trying to like, help me out with certain things, or I have to take packages to the mailbox or whatever it is. So I have to thank my family so much for their support, my little family here. They help me or whatever. But again, to everybody who has been a part of this journey, thank you so much. I love y'all so much. We hit elite, y'all. This is amazing. Oh wait, real quick before I go, what does elite mean? Okay, elite means that I'm in now the top 0.1% of the company. Okay, the top of the top. I'm up there with the 6 and 7 figures. I'm not making 6 and 7 figures yet, but it's coming. But I'm up there in the top 0.1% of the company. Also, what elite means is that for every year that I'm in this company that I qualify as an elite at my rank, I will be able to go on an all expense paid trip to wherever they have the elite retreat or the elite summit. So all expenses paid means that if I'm paid at my rank, I will be able to get a flight, my flight, my stay, and it's always like a really nice resort. Like they were supposed to do one last month, and it was going to be, well, okay, it's the elite summit is one thing that I'll be able to get, to go to, which is always somewhere too. They pay for all of everything. And then they also have the elite retreat. Last month they were supposed to do it, and it was supposed to be in Beverly Hills, y'all, but they had to cancel it with the coronavirus. But they were doing it in Beverly Hills. We were going to be staying at the Regent Beverly Wilshire, which is where Pretty Woman was filmed. And do y'all know that hotel costs $900 a night? $900 a night, and they paying for us to stay there in paparazzi. Hello, paparazzi. Y'all better get it, okay? Paparazzi always does stuff top of the line, so that's another thing I appreciate too. But we were going to stay there. So with elite, of course, we get trips, we get prizes. Again, at my level, I told you guys that it's between $5,000 to $7,000 that I'm making at range, and just my commissions, and then your sales is totally different money that comes in, so you're able to make money two ways. And then elite at the convention, I'll be able to walk the stage. At convention, I'll be able to get flowers. You get like a trophy, a certificate. I don't know what you get, but this is all new to me. I'm learning elite just like y'all learning. But as y'all know, I keep y'all abreast of everything that's going on in my business, so I will keep y'all posted on what's going on. I will come back here and I will still share with you guys my journey, because it means that much to me, because you guys have been here with me from the beginning when I didn't know anything to now hitting elite a year and maybe 4 months or so, well, like a year and a half later. So I'm going to get ready to go. Love you guys so much. Thank you all so much for watching this video. Go back and watch the replay. Share it with your teams, with your friends, your family, anybody that you think this will encourage. I'm so blessed, so honored. I thank God more than anything for this opportunity. I am blessed, y'all. I'm so blessed. I'm so humbled. I'm so honored to be here in this moment sharing elite with each and every one of you guys, okay? So thank you all so much again. Thank you guys for the hearts and the love and the congrats and stuff. But thank you. Yeah, my heart is full. My heart is so full, but thank you. And I wish you all the best and everything, and connect with me if you guys have questions about anything. If you're going to ask me, if you're in paparazzi and you're going to ask me how I hit elite or how I did it, please just know that I explained it here. It really is it's just a mix of God and consistency. Those are really the two big things that I could share. Keeping God first in everything that you do, and being consistent in your business. That's really it. It's not a magic formula to elite. It's just literally just you running with this business with everything that you got, and you sticking with it even when you don't want to. All right, so that's it. Thank you. Praise God. Thank you all so much again. Elite is here, and I am proud and excited about it. So again, thank you all for watching. I hope you guys have a great day. I'll keep you all posted on everything. Bye. Yay, we did it. Yay. Bye, guys.